making noise. On today's episode, welcome back to another episode of me sewing stuff. And on today's episode, we're gonna make a pair of shorts. Let me get the fabric. So this is the fabric. I've had it for about 2 years now. I haven't done anything with it because I didn't know what to do with it until this pair of shorts. Hopefully it's going to be enough, like fingers crossed. If not, then perhaps you will not see this video. And if it is, please take a seat and watch me probably struggle. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. So far, the shorts that I have made have not been a great success. 2 of them one was self-drafted, the other one was a very simple pattern. I think the main issue I had with it is the fabric, although technically they were very nice fabric, but probably not for a pair of shorts because both have this very annoying problem. Like if they are ironed and I wear them for the first 5 seconds, they're fine, they're actually quite cute. But if I wear them for longer, the fabric scrunches up right at the top of my leg and then stays that way. And then you get this like weird shelf thing, and I hate it so much that I hate it. But this time I went with a different kind of fabric. It's a bit thicker. It is still natural. I have done the fire test and it doesn't melt, so to me that means it's probably cotton or something. And I've also got a bit of a more tricky pattern, well, more elaborate pattern for, I have no idea how to call these. So that's what we're gonna do this week. Or week and a half. And hopefully I will actually have a pair of shorts this summer that I enjoy wearing and I don't feel like shitting. That's the goal. Let's go. Turns out there is enough fabric. The only thing is I couldn't cut it on the grain, and normally you do cut it on the grain because the fabric falls nicer, but with scrap fabric you don't always have the choice. So I've cut them out and I already made the pleats and I ironed the fold, which she said you should do. I think the pattern is quite nice so far. The only downside is that the only instructions I have are the ones on a video that is quite long and has a lot of empty space in it, and I can't always see exactly what she's doing. Plus she is talking in a different language, although I do have English subtitles. But so far I'm doing well. I believe the next step is to add the pocket lining and then the pockets. So yeah, let's go and do that. Hi, so I'm about to do the welt pocket, which I never done before, and the video instructions, I couldn't really tell what she was doing, like it was a bit too dark, so Yesterday I looked up different kind of how to do a single welt pocket, because that's the aim, tutorials on YouTube. And I dreamed about it some more last night, so I think I'm ready. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sew this thing to this and go from there. I did it. I sewn a welt pocket. Is it the best pocket out there? No, definitely not. But for the first time, I think it's alright. And if anyone has a problem with it, I think they just have to stop staring at my ass. Yeah, next to that I also hemmed the pants and obviously made 2 pant legs. Here's the other one. But we're not done yet because yes, we do have 2 pant legs, but they are not actually a pair of pants, shorts. And that's where we get to another difficult part that I've never done before. It's sew a fly. I intended to do this yesterday, but the thing was, like, the instructions video said they had a link to set fly sewing, but I couldn't find it. So I searched on YouTube to find some, and I watched multiple fly tutorials, and the information didn't get to me. Like, I still have no clue. So instead I prepared the band, sew this together, and wait for the morning, because sometimes when I am up in the morning, I'm not always up in the morning, but I'm mostly up in the morning, I'm probably would be able to think better and actually conquer these fly moments. So that's what we're gonna do today. Hopefully I can actually finish the pants today, but that all depends on the fly, I suppose. And after that it's just sewing the crotch area and like the back and the band. I don't see any problems with that. I've done those things before, so that's probably not too difficult. Why there is no stain? How? It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, we will see. Let's get started. I did it. I finished the pants and I'm actually very surprised at how good it looks. Like, I feel it looks quite professional. I'm getting good at this, I think. Or it's just luck. But anyway, the fly was not as bad as I thought it would have been. It just... I will leave all the tutorials down below if you want to make this, or if you're struggling with sewing, if you've never done these things either. Anyway, if you just join in with the tutorial and just join in with every step rather than just watching it and get confused, it is actually pretty easy. And like, is this gonna be weird? I don't know. Do I care? No. Look. Looks so good. I think it looks good. And it fits well, which I was worried about, because I remember when I printed out the pattern and I tried to figure out what my size would be, I got confused because the pattern said like I was like many sizes bigger than I normally am, and I felt confused because that never happened, and it was like not like a one size up, it was like a couple of sizes up. And then I discussed with my mum and we just went one size up from what I normally am, I believe we did that, or just a normal size. But anyway, it fits perfectly, so I'm glad I didn't listen. Would I recommend this pattern? Yes and no. Like, yes, if you got the time and you have a little bit more experience in sewing and you don't mind looking things up on YouTube or on the internet in general to figure out how to make it, then definitely. But if you're a beginner, I think the tutorial wasn't clear enough. Mostly because it was a dark setting and she was sewing a very dark shorts, so I couldn't always see well what she was doing. And there was a lot of times like she explained something and then she continued like ironing and you saw like the whole process. And for me personally, my brain just goes off to another direction and I just don't pay attention anymore. And then I get confused. So it might also be a me problem. Yeah. But the actual pattern, I think it's very nice. Like, it's a very nice pants. Like, the only thing I changed is the width of the band, because she had like a very broad, wide, tall, I don't know, band, and I just made like a really skinny one because I saw like a picture on Pinterest a while back of shorts like these, and they had like a small band, and that's what I wanted to make. And then I found this pattern and it was almost identically except for the band. So yeah, I did that. I'm very happy with it. I think it looks very nice. It sits comfortably. I do have to get used to it because it's like a very like fancy kind of shorts, like very stiff. So I try to make it less stiff with this shirt that I recently painted and these boots. But like, I can't walk in these boots very far, so I will have to play with styling it, but it looks very nice. It looks so neat, and I'm getting surprised by myself because the last project I also did very well, and I think I'm learning. Also, I'm just taking a bit more time to not rush things. Saying that whilst actually finishing these pants a week before I planned to finish it, or even start it. Like, I was supposed to start sewing it now, but I got too impatient to make it, and then I thought like I will just take it slow, but I didn't. I did do it back to back. The only reason it took me 5 days is because we were building a ramp and we were skating the ramp, like little quarter pipe that we built. So that took up some time and some other things. But yeah, for the other project, the bag, I didn't do that much this week. Yeah, like I said, I sewed so much that I was not feeling it. So I just sewed the side panels of the pockets. I decided to already fold the hem before I zigzagged it and just make sure it's in the correct size. And I sewed the pockets together, and that's kind of it. Like, it's not a lot that I done, but I that's okay. There's another week. And there are a couple of weeks, and it's not my priority. Like I said, it's like a side project, so I do as much as I can and when I want to. So that's this week's video. Next week's I have like an exciting one. I think I'm excited about it, but it could also be a big disaster. I feel like I always say that. Is it always a disaster? Don't think so. Anyway, if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It would mean a lot to me, and you would be very welcome to this little corner of the internet. And yeah, I will see you then in my next video. Bye!